like it. Like, oh, we got it in the background.
Yeah, so that's the whole thing. And then if you look right there, it's who we are. Like these artists like put the stuff. So it's like the background was really good. I was going to move this out of the way, but I haven't done that yet. So
it's all part of the.
It's all part of my funk.
I like it.
Yeah. So this is my space, right?
Got the warehouse. I got the warehouse look. Yeah.
It's really funny because I have those. It's really expensive sofas and stuff, but there's cats that can come in here.
Oh.
And it's hilarious how this place is just like. It's going to take me a lot of work to get this up and running.
You got a project.
Yeah, I do.
It's good to have projects.
In fact, one of the ideas was that we would use this as our inside style, and that this would become, and like Joe's going, no, I can't do it. I just can't do it. Okay, that's fine.
So it's your little playpen.
It's my playpen right now.
That's cool.
My art storage, because a lot of the art that I buy or won't fit in the houses end up here. This is from when COVID happened. We had to board up the front windows. And the city gave us all this money, and so I had two artists. One was Caitlin Seville, who did Yoni Portal, which I will show you pictures of Yoni Portal. And then the other one was Brent Holmes, and I can't remember the name of it, but it had to do with this snake and what it represents in the medical industry. And I can't remember exactly what it is, but Yoni Portal is a good one because there's a big vagina on the front of our building, basically. And so it's like it was like I was wondering if Jill was gonna say something, but she's become really good friends with Caitlin, so yay! So did you think about a word, or do you want to talk about a word or a phrase or thought or something that carries particular weight?
Well, it's a word that I'm probably more into now in the last couple years, and it's a word that I'm using when I'm teaching and coaching and trying to, we obviously have a friend in common who kind of, I think, personifies this word, and kind of being around him through the years, it's a word that is, it's becoming more and more kind of central to what I'm doing as an old man.
You're such a good storyteller. You're building this up so well. Okay, do tell. What's your word? And who is this person?
The guy is DJ, of course.
DJ. Oh my God.
And so it's a common friend, and the word is curiosity.
Wow.
And so it's a funny word, because I think when I learned it, it was like I learned it as a kid, as in curiosity killed the cat. And so it kind of has this weird kind of history where, and then, that little nursery rhyme or whatever it is, but I never really thought about the end of it as far as the satisfaction, because it's not really about satisfaction, because you want something that keeps going. It's not really a matter of that being satisfied. It's just going to light another piece of another question. DJ's asking a question, right. You give an answer. There's no satisfaction there. It just spurs on his next question, right?
100%.
So that is so it's the word, and it's the word I'm using a little bit, like I said, when I'm teaching and coaching now, and could kids be. This idea of being a teacher or a coach, you're supposed to impart this thing, but can you instead kind of light that fire of curiosity? So the kids I'm coaching, whatever, are more into it themselves, and they're coming with more questions, and I'm throwing questions at them, and so we have this curiosity, and probably the other phrase that really stems from that. I don't know if I get more than one word here.
You can't. You have as many words as
curiosity to learning velocity. And that idea of learning velocity is like, hey, how fast do people kind of learn and grow and process? And it's so those are the words there. So I have curiosity and learning velocity. And I don't know if they are. Obviously, they relate, and those are the words.
It's really funny because there's to your point, I started to layer words, just so you know. So the one word that I haven't put up there yet is love and sadness, and they really do go hand in hand. And there's a really wonderful layering of words that happens sometimes that they're connected in some weird way. To your point. So yeah, no, you absolutely can have as many words as you want. That's half the fun.
All right.
And I will say that it's really interesting when you're talking about curiosity killed the cat as part of something I've been thinking about sometimes, like when we're young, like when you think about curiosity in that way, where it's like sometimes it's like, this is an exciting thing, or it's intended to be exciting. But a word can take on that meaning, like, no, this is a bad thing for you to be curious. Like, right? That's what we were taught sometimes growing up, where it's like, oh, no, you don't want to be too curious. You don't want to know about that. You don't know about
Well, I think it's, I think taboo is up there somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So that's one of your words. And so you look at that whole idea of taboos and things that is, we were just talking about, parenting and educating kids and, where are those lines that people draw lines, obviously, in many different places when we get into kids' curiosity, right?
Yeah, right.
So.
Do you nurture those or squelch them?
Right, well, and that's it. We're, and I think the older I get, the probably more interested I am in erring on the side of being too open rather than not open enough.
You err on the side of being too open.
I think so, yeah. So saying,
so
hey,
are you
just
saying
let
that as a
kids
good
go.
or bad thing? Oh.
Yeah, just, hey, you want to nurture those things, and I mean, hey, you want to, even if it's going places that might not normally be the routes that we would be, that we would want to direct as, let's say, adults. So this is right up your alley.
But I think that's critical to people learning, is the ability to go down those roads.
Oh yeah, well then
but to your point, like in this day and age with education the way it's supposed to be and the limits that are put on place, like that, maybe that isn't nurtured as much curiosity, or there's a.
Well, we were just talking about it even with the college thing. You're saying, okay, well, the system you have two systems. You have the UNLV thing you were talking about as far as, well, no, you have to have this body of knowledge before we're going to let you get curious.
Yeah, right.
So, and the fact that daughter might not be embracing that is not surprising.
Yeah, exactly. Do you want to write a word? You ready to write some words?
I'm ready to write some words.
Okay.
I'm ready.